Hey, Cascade Hoops Talk, Billy D. Wake up. It's Monday morning. A lot of NAIA action over the weekend. We're going to go through the top 25 with you. Remember how I do this at the start of the season. There's not a good, corral around what's going on. So we always start with the top 25 and then try to bring you some other big stories around the country. But that's the format. In a couple of weeks, the conferences will get underway. And if you followed me at all, you know that I really believe that that's when the rubber hits the road and things start to settle out. Also, today we're going to preview several interviews we've been able to do. We did several post-game interviews with coaches. A lot of coaches around the country won their first game. We were able to talk to a couple of those coaches. Also, the other day we had Sam Conkey on after his win. That's also already up on the YouTube. We're just going to preview them today, and you can get those entire interviews up on the YouTube, or if you prefer, you can find them on X. Hey, why don't we just go ahead and get underway, talk about what happened with the top 25 over the weekend. Today, what we're going to do is preview the entire top 25. And if you don't like where your team did or did not end up, don't worry about it. I mean, this thing will change so much, but it's a good starting point. So number one in the country is Langston. They haven't played yet. They're going to be in action at the Abe Lemon Classic Friday, and then on Saturday they're going to play the Masters. Man, if you didn't see that Masters game against Azusa Pacific, which is a high quality D2, it was an exhibition game, but that thing was like a mid-season game. The place was packed. And we'll talk about more about that when we get to it. But that Masters Langston game, mark your calendar. Number two is College of Idaho. They have played one exhibition game, but they'll be in action on November 8th. They have the Taco Bell shootout over there in Caldwell. Always a big deal. They're going to play University of Providence and Dickinson State in that. So once they get going, we'll talk more about that. Number three is Indiana Wesleyan. They're going to kick off the season with that Crossroads WAC Challenge. Always entertaining. They're going to start with Indiana Tech. Again, mark your calendar for that one. That game is always good. And then they'll play Cornerstone. That's on Thursday and Friday. Number four, Freed Hardeman. They were in action. They're 2-0 now. They beat Oakwood. We reported on that the other night. And then they beat Tougaloo the other night. Peyton Law, I know you can't read the writing on the little tweet there. I'm sorry about that. But Peyton Law, double-double, 21 points, 10 rebounds. And then Phil Horton off the bench, he had 16 points. He had 12 rebound, double-double. This guy, Peyton Law, he's quickly becoming one of my favorite basketball players in the country. He's tough, and he just gets it done. The guy is chiseled, man. Number five, Oklahoma Wesleyan. They won that big game against LSU Shreveport. Just want to point out again, Jaden Litsky was phenomenal in that game. 33 points, 11 rebounds. Big, strong dude. A lot of fun to watch. If you haven't watched him, you got at least on video. Check him out. He's very, very good. They play again on October 30th. Yeah, Wednesday they play Mid-American Nazarene. They got to go over to Olathe for that. Number six in the country is Arizona Christian. They've already played twice. They defeated Justice College at their Arizona Christian. They have a tournament there. And then on Saturday, they defeated La Sierra. La Sierra, that was a pretty close game early in the first half. A couple things happened. I think Arizona Christian just kind of wore them down. And then they ran into some big foul trouble. But Dominic Gonzalez, he scored 27 points. Tret Hudgens, 16 points. Arizona Christian looks really good. They're going to play again on, Saturday. They're going to play Rocky Mountain. They're going up to Montana. A lot of people going to Montana. I'm going to Montana on Thursday. Georgetown, they're in action tonight. They're going to play Carolina Christian. Grace College, they haven't played yet. They played a scrimmage, but they're going to play Northwestern Ohio on Friday. And that's going to be a good game. I think Northwestern Ohio is going to be better this year, but we'll find out on Friday. Number 9, Montana Tech. They play a couple Cascade Conference teams in the, they're going to go to the Montana Western Classic. They're going to play Walla Walla and Evergreen State. Number 10, the Masters University. We talked about this game. They beat Bethesda earlier in the week, and then they beat Azusa Pacific in that exhibition on Saturday night, 70-60. The game wasn't that close. But Caleb Lowry, 17 points, 16 rebounds, 6 assists. Man, remember that name. He's got to be an early competitor for Player of the Year. So they're taking on Langston on Saturday in the Abe Lemons Classic. Coach Bearkoff, I think you might have had a home run for that game. That's the top 10. Hey, before we go through the rest, I want to preview an interview with Coach Bill Robinson. He's the head men's basketball coach of Milligan Buffaloes. They won 2 tough games in Florida, always tough. They beat Florida College on their own floor, and then they followed it up with a win over Weber International. The entire interview is up today. It's on X, and it's also on YouTube, but I just want to preview about a minute or so.
Well, I really like our team. We're deep. We're deeper than we've been, man, probably in my 31 years as a head coach, probably the deepest team I've ever had. So we felt like we had a good squad. We just haven't really had time to mesh. So we just didn't really know. We brought in 4 transfers along with a good group of returners. So just trying to figure out exactly how we're going to play against somebody else. Hoping really if we went 1-1, I would have been really pleased. So to go down and win both, we're just a great start to our season.
So check out that interview. Bill Robinson, a good guy. He's been there a long time. A good coach. Take a listen. It's up on X and YouTube. Number 11 in the country is Concordia University. They're yet to play. They'll be in action this Friday against, who is that? Central College. Boy, sorry, that's so small. I pull those schedules over. But they're in action this weekend. Central College and Nebraska Wesleyan. The Bulldogs are going to be tough this year. Can't wait to see them get underway. Number 12, LSU, Louisiana. They beat Wiley on the road. I talked to Coach Demario Jackson. I'm going to play just a minute of that. That is also up on YouTube, and you can find it on X. I talked to him about an hour after the game on their way home, but I asked him about Cashy Nat. I'll play that part for you right now.
You know, everybody in the country is aware of how good Cashy Nat is, but every time you think you know how good he is, he's even better. 16 points, 14 rebounds, 4 steals.
For the world, it's a surprise. For my staff and his teammates, we see it every day at practice.
Yep.
You know, because what he brings in the game is what he brings every day at practice. And to be honest, he feels and we feel that he can be even better, and he will be.
Yeah, he's so athletic. He's man, and he can really get up in the air, can't he?
Yes, sir. But like I said, that's every day.
Yeah,
that's every day at practice. So for the games, it's just another day at the office as the rest of our team.
Hey, thanks a lot to Coach Jackson. You could tell he had coach throat right after that game. Hey, so on Tuesday, they're going to Lamar, and they're going to beat them. That'll be fun to watch them beat Lamar. Also, that entire interview, that post-game interview, is up on X and YouTube. Number 13 in the country is LSU Shreveport. Of course, they fell to Oklahoma Wesleyan. We all saw that game. They're going to be back in action on Wednesday hosting Centenary College. I'm sure I said that wrong. Centenary College. Somebody will correct me. Number 14, Central Baptist. They played Blue Mountain. Boy, that was a war. We talked to Coach Sam Conkey right after that game. That interview as well is up on YouTube and on X. They're in action again on Thursday with, I always say it wrong, Ecclesia College, and then they played John Brown. Northwestern, they are number 15 in the country. They kick off the season at home in Orange City on Friday. They're going to play Tabor, and then on November 5th, they'll play William Penn. Number 16 is Oregon Tech. They've yet to play. They're going to be in action at Helena, Montana this Friday and Saturday at the Carroll Classic. They'll play Providence and Carroll. We're going to head out there. We're going to cover those games, hopefully bring you some interviews from out there. Number 17, Ave Maria, the Gyrenes. They kick off the season Friday on the road. They go to Point, and then on November 2nd on Saturday, they play Thomas also in Valdosta. So they'll be on the road this weekend. Number 18 in the country, University of the Cumberlands. They play Campbellsville, Harrodsburg on Tuesday, tomorrow at home. Number 19 is Huntington. They beat just mercilessly. They beat East West the other day, 130-72. I put out this tweet and I said Landon Beagle had 2 points, 8 rebounds. He had 28 points, and I apologize. Man, you sit there on that phone and you're trying to put out information as quick as you can. 2 points. I apologize, Landon. They're going to take on Indiana University Columbus on Friday. And that game is going to be, that game's going to be at home. Baker University, they are number 19. So Baker and Huntington are tied at 19 rated in the country. Baker University is going to play Ottawa at Ottawa tonight to kick off the season. Number 21, Madonna. They play on Friday. They're going to be hosting Goshen. I think Madonna's going to be pretty good. We talked to Coach earlier in the preseason. You can find that interview as well. Number 22, Florida Memorial. They beat Tougaloo. They also played Russ, but that was an exhibition game. They're back in action with Florida National, hosting Florida National tomorrow night. Number 23 this year is Nelson, and most of you already know this, but Nelson is formerly Sagu. It's the same school. They're still the Lions, but they're Sagu. They're going to begin the season by hosting Arlington Baptist on Thursday. And then on November 5th, they're going to play LSU Shreveport at Shreveport. That's going to be a good game. Number 24, Kansas Wesleyan. They have their Coyote Classic. They're going to begin that on Friday night. They will play Northern New Mexico. And number 25, LC State. LC State also is going to be very good this year. They're going to start the season at home against Haskell Indian Nations. And after that, they're going to go down to Idaho to play Dickinson and Providence in that Taco Bell Classic. That's the top 25. We went through even the teams that weren't in action just to give you a feel who's where. Well, this weekend there were several coaches that won their first game. We were able to talk to a couple of them after the game. One of them was Jesse Repay. He's the head men's basketball coach at Florida College. He was able to give us a few minutes. Once again, the interview's up on YouTube and X. I'm just going to play you about a minute here, just preview it, but go there and get that entire interview.
Coach, you get your first win as a head coach at the Falcons. What's it feel like?
Man, it's incredible. You dream about this as you grow up and think about being a coach, which I wanted to do my whole life. And you think about those opportunities that may come, and you never know if they ever will come. And, when that opportunity comes and you have to put together a team, and you put together that team in a month, and then you get them to play together and you get them to play your style. It's just really it's incredible to be a part of. But, this has nothing to do with me. I know that I have the name head coach on the placard, but, man, these guys just battled so hard and battled through adversity. And a lot of these guys last chances or first chances or no chances before they came in and trusted me, and here we go.
I really appreciate Coach Repay calling me after the game. Another coach got his first win. He did this on Friday, Coach Austin Peters. Of course, he was at Arizona Christian for years, has a big connection with Jeff Rutter there and the staff there. So he went out to that tournament at Arizona Christian. He got his first win against La Sierra. They beat him 84-74. Kind of a special win getting it at Arizona Christian, and we talked about that. Again, this is just a short preview. The entire interview is up on YouTube and X.
First win as a head coach. Talk about your emotions. You got it there at Arizona Christian as well.
Yeah, no, it was a fun environment. Proud of the guys. We executed really well down the stretch. And first game, I think a lot of first game jitters for our guys, and execution's a little sloppy. Probably for everybody in the country, the first game is going to be a lot of jitters, and execution's not going to be great. But really proud of the guys. Towards the last 8-10 minutes, we really buckled down, got the stops we needed to get, widened our lead a little bit there, and executed. Made our free throws down the stretch, which is huge. And so, yeah, I'm proud of the guys. And yeah, we got a tough test tomorrow, so there's no rest and no time to celebrate, Billy D. You know how it goes. You got to get on to the next one.
Hey, thanks a lot to Austin Peters. Appreciate that. Also, Kevin Williamson, not his first coach as a head coach, obviously, but his first coach as a Dakota Wesleyan Tiger, kind of a big deal. They played Buena Vista. It's a D3 in Iowa. And so they were on the bus heading back. They stopped for pizza, and Coach gave up some of his supper time to talk to us for a couple minutes after the win. That I'll play about a minute or so. Once again, this is up on X and YouTube, the entire interview.
How's it feel?
Feels great. Feels great to finally get the the thing going. Honestly, just sitting here, everyone out always asking kind of, what does your team look like? What's the team like to be here? Because they just don't know. So it was good to get out there and see somebody else. We've been practicing, feels like forever, but it was just good to see another team and see what our guys can do against another group in a different color than us. And it feels really good to finally get the monkey off the back per se.
So people who don't know, Buena Vista, you beat them 83-67. What was your initial feeling? Did anything surprise you?
Yeah, I was a little surprised. We were pretty stagnant on offense for the first 10 or 15 minutes. It took us a while to get going. I was a little surprised by the last few days in practice. We'd really been humming on the court, man, and we were really moving. So, and then just defensively, we weren't quite as energetic as we've been in the gym the last few days. So I was a little surprised by those two things.
Hey, thanks a lot to Kevin Williamson. I really appreciate all those coaches giving time. Hey, coaches, if I don't have your text, make contact with me on Twitter or X, or send me an email at cascadehoopstalk@gmail.com, cascadehoopstalk@gmail.com. I'm real easy to get a hold of on X as well. But if I have your text number, we can get a hold of you post-game and, let your fans hear you after the game. I appreciate everybody listening. I hope you enjoy the show. And we're going to try to stay on our Monday through Friday schedule. It's going to be tough this week because I'm pretty busy trying to get ready to leave for Montana on Thursday. But, that's the regular schedule we're going to shoot for. Thanks a lot, everybody. I appreciate it. Make sure you get out to an NAIA game, because I hear tell that is the best entertainment value in America. Thank you very much for supporting our podcast. Please like and subscribe. Get out to your local NAIA school, because NAIA basketball is the best entertainment value in America.